Okay, here we have the basic test that checks for the correct version of WinSock and checks whether or not we can open a socket, then close it down, and that's the application ended. Here we have the very first instance of a server. I'll move that to the side. And there's a client. As soon as it connects, the client terminates, and the server upon connection realises it's to terminate as well, and that's us. This way we've proven a connection between the client and the server. This is the first true server type. There we go. The client sends a message of well hello. Server sends a message back to the client saying how dare you wait till my wife hears. Proving communication between the two. This is utilising non-threaded sockets. It's using an AFINet configuration protocol, and it's using streamed sockets. Now for the next one, this is where it starts to get properly interactive. I'll move that out of the way. And there we have the client is ready for a message, so we will type and there it has gone through to the server. The server can now respond. And there we go. Upon termination of the messages, both close down. Now we start to get interactive with the ports that we can use. We'll just pick one arbitrarily of 9999. That's the server running on port 9999, and we'll just see whether or not the client can likewise connect. Now, client port 9999 on localhost. That's running correctly, and the server has acknowledged connection on port 144. That's a misnomer, that should actually be socket 144 on port 9999. So now we'll try sending a message. There's a bit of a null intolerance here where the blank string gets passed through first, as you can see over here on the server. However, from then on in it should be fine. This is non-bidirectional, the client can send, the server cannot. Now we can exit by parsing the string before we send it. The server has acknowledged that as well. And that's us, we've completed that. Now, a better server. This works perfectly. We'll put it on port 8000, pretend it's a web server, and we'll use the client from part 5 as that's unchanged. We want to go on port 8000, we'll try the numeric representation of localhost, and it's connected. I can verify that on the server. Move these into view again, bit useless videoing if you can't see it. Now we'll try another message. There we go, and it's segregated it into 4 bytes and 7 bytes, strangely. Now that's to do with the null problem I was having earlier. Try it again, and there it goes through fine. Seems to be the first space it arrives at parses wrongly. That can be sorted easily. Now, this server has multi-threaded client connections, so we can start as many as we want. Move that away to the side. Let's see. Yes, it's connected. And we'll start some more. And that's us got 3. And let's just see, is there anything these servers can do which is not strictly speaking a WinSock thing but utilises WinSock technology. For example, returning a list of clients and the ports they're on. No, it refuses to. Well, we'll try commands, less clients, help if you match the case. And typically, according to Sod's law, you end up with an error when there has been none before. I think I'll leave that there, admit defeat to Sod's law, and let you all crack on with the tutorial code and documentation. Cheers, see you later.